Send me a wolf. Give me 1 second. I'm about to put this bowl in the sink, and then we can start. Don't forget tomorrow's Veterans Day. Oh, what's up, Dana? Yeah, I don't really get holidays off much, but here's hoping. Actually, no, I know I'm working tomorrow. My future wife has Veterans Day off, but I'm working tomorrow, so I love that for her. Okay, we're actually gonna get started.
No more heroes, it's Kira the King who catch on nobody but yourselves. Nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
Okay. My apologies, y'all. That morning workout I did ran a little longer than I expected, plus a lot has happened. That all being said, hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Appreciate you guys popping in. Morty, congratulations on being first today. Wolf and Dana, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are getting Veterans Day off, or at the very least an early day if nothing else. What was I gonna say? We're just gonna be discussing a little bit more about mental health today, being that it is Monday. And some gaming news before we play Ghost of Yotei. You know, the usual same old, same old. Just an important reminder to just sit back and enjoy life. And don't let, work, your responsibilities constantly stop you from going out with other people, spending time with your friends, your family, the ones who mean the most to you. Because I know it's very easy to get caught up in the work life cycle. You go to work, go to sleep, rinse and repeat. You might eat a few meals in between, maybe go out for a few hours, and then you're right back to work. Nah, spend some time with the people you care about. Go out when you normally would stay in, even if it's just to the store, even if it's just like out for coffee. You never know when, what's the word for it? Anything can happen in life, right? So you just want to always be sure that you're living within the moment, that you're staying in the present, that you're not constantly worried about the future or the past. So much so that you forget to actually just appreciate the people you have around you now and the time you have to spend with those around you now. Because everybody's always busy. Everybody's always working on something. Everybody always has something to do, some type of responsibility. You don't always get to make the time to go out and do these things. So while you got it, use it. Because we got no choice but to get older. So that we're not always going to have the free time to do the stuff we want. And at times things can seem overwhelming. But all things considered, I think it's important that, if you got PTO, if you have some time off, if it's a holiday, if it's someone's birthday, if it's a baby shower even, some event where you normally wouldn't go to, just get out. Just go. See how it is. Yeah, all too easy to say I go to work versus, I haven't seen these people in a while. I should follow through with plans. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's those little moments that matter the most, man. Those moments where you're spending time with someone just on a random Tuesday or a Saturday or Friday, whatever day it may be. Like you two just happen to be free, or you and a group of people happen to be free. You guys randomly make plans spontaneously. Those sometimes turn into the best days. Those sometimes end up. Oh, snap. Hey, yo. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you don't know, I'm Maximum Obesity. I see why you said do something. Okay. And today we happen to be talking about mental health. We do this every Monday because I think it's important. I think it's something that everybody ends up taking for granted because everybody always talks about the physical health, but nobody ever talks about how much your mental health can affect your physical health. Babe. Weird black hippie. Hey, yo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Panda Army. I guess I can't, really judge anyone for their names. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys all having a wonderful Monday. Like we were saying earlier, I hope you guys get Tuesday off. I hope everybody's getting Veterans Day off, especially if you're a veteran. Not everybody's fortunate enough to have the day off, but I do hope that everybody takes some time. Any excuse really to just get out the house, do something with people you care about, do something with someone you want to spend more time with. Don't be that person that's like, man, I wish I just had more time, or if I just had another day off, or, not everybody's fortunate enough to take time off. I understand that. Or can even get a day off. Some people work 16-hour shifts. Some people work a week on, a week off. Some people are stuck working 70, 80 hours a week. But whatever time you do get, if you do get some time to spend with some people you care about, or the people that matter most in your life, I think you should take it. You said you attended the baby shower and helped put that motherfucker up. I think I bleeped too early. You guys might have heard me. I'm all over the place today. I'm whiffing on bleeps. Starting streams late. Getting out of bed late. It's a rough day. But we're here. This is a reminder that you don't have to show up 100% of the time. Sometimes you just have to show, not 100% as in, missed days and stuff like that. But sometimes the key is just showing up. You don't have to be 100% when you show up, but sometimes the battle is just getting there. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting out of bed and getting there. I wish I had an excuse like that, Morty. I just didn't get out of bed. It's okay to just try not to skip and be like that. Daniela, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Panda Army. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's Monday, start of a week, holiday seasons. Here's a reminder, check on your friends. Never know who might have seasonal depression. Or maybe you're the one with seasonal depression. Which in that case, I do hope things get better for you. I do hope that you're able to get some more sun or some vitamin D in your system. Just able to move. If you've gotten out of bed today, if you've woken up, if you've taken a shower in the last 2 or 3 days, if you've exercised, if you did that one thing you've been putting off all year or month or week or the last couple of days, it's a win, it's a W. It's all about the small battles here. Nobody ever talks about how hard it could be to go to sleep at a reasonable hour and not stay up all night, to go into work when you really don't want to, or to get out of bed when you sometimes don't feel like it. So if you've done any of those things, props to you. Props to you. Yeah. But we're gonna get into this gaming news now. If you guys are unfamiliar, I do cover gaming news every Monday, Wednesday, Friday when we do stream. So I do like to keep people informed, like to tell them about what's going on. And it helps just to have something consistent to talk about. More knowledgeable you are about something, the easier it is to understand why certain companies might be making business decisions and things of that nature. Hey, love that for you, Wolf. Adopted a new rescue puppy. Nice. But let's get into our first article of the day, which we're going to be covering an indie game. So apparently a developer behind a game called Tavern Keeper has briefly burst into tears after 11 years of work. 11 years of working on the same game, mind you. And they are now elated and grateful to reach overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam only 3 days after launch. Like, gotta clap it up for them. Because there are people and there are whole companies that have been working on games for like a decade, 12 years, 16 years, and they come out and they absolutely flop. which you never want to hear about. But in this case, we got the good ending. So if you guys don't know what Tavern Keeper is, it's apparently a pub management RPG. Tavern Keeper, hence the name. Entered early access this week, and it's already beloved by players. I already have it on my wish list because I love games like these. It's like another tycoon game, but it's a fantasy management sim, and it's only been on Steam for 3 days, but it goes back a ways, apparently quite a long ways. Just opened Steam and it was the first recommended game. Yeah, it's apparently pretty good from what a lot of people have been saying. But developer Greenheart Games, maker of 2013's game dev tycoon. Oh wow, this is the same creator? That's funny. Has been working on its pub sim for more than a decade. And it looks like all that hard work is finally paid off, which Tavern Keeper has launched in early access on November 3rd and has already clambered over an impressive milestone, which is overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam. So yeah, this game came out like quite a few days ago. But all those votes of approval from players haven't gone unnoticed by the team, who have been pouring their efforts into the game for the past 11 years. Today we reached an overwhelmingly positive review score, and it was an immensely emotional moment for us. Greenheart Games co-founder Patrick. Hey yo, Wolf, thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate that. But they posted on Steam, we were elated and grateful to reach this milestone among the bug fixing and support spree. And a bit later, I had a moment for lunch by myself and I briefly burst into tears. 11 years we've worked in this game, giving it our all with no guarantees. While obviously these are very early days and the game won't be an overnight success, nor a guaranteed one, it was a moment of brief validation. You know, this is really nice, and I do want to highlight this because if you're someone who's worked in any creative field, any type of like video editing, any type of art, especially in a time like this where artists, I think, are more disrespected than almost any point in time in history, where you could spend hours upon hours painting something or drawing something, and then somebody can come across and say, I did this in 10 seconds with AI. It's really, it feels really good to make something, and it feels really good to put it out there and have people appreciate what you've made. Because even though most of us are supposed to have that internal validation, knowing what we made was good and what we made was dope, it is nice having people say good things about the thing that you made and the thing that you put out there, because it's one of the hardest things to do. Imagine if they spent 11 years on this and the game wasn't good, or they poured everything they had into it and then nobody played it, because with so many games coming out every single day, it's no guarantee if your game is even going to get looked at by people. Especially if it costs money. One of the first things people say about indie games is, oh, I thought this would be free to play. But this is dope. But it's a pretty darn heartwarming story to hear. And on a personal note, I've been playing Tavern Keeper this week. This is about the editor of the article. And I heartily agree with those Steam reviews. So far, I'm loving a mix of cozy tavern management, comedic storybook events, and oddball characters. That's another thing that I think that sets this one apart, is you do have a kind of an overarching story and different events that happen to kind of link you and keep you along a certain path. So many more of these management sims just have it to where you're kind of playing, and then the actual story is just you scaling up the business. You getting more and more things, you hiring more people, and then you like outsourcing the labor, and then it kind of just plays itself after a certain point. Here, it seems like they actually lean more into a bit of a storytelling element, which helps keep things grounded and keeps you actually emotionally invested. But there are even RPG style like skill checks for events and full-on design system creating your own decorations and items. There's an awful lot going on in Tavern Keeper beyond just serving ale to orcs and halflings. But somebody said, if I like it so much, why haven't I written about it yet? And to be perfectly honest, I've had trouble tearing myself away from the game to even start writing about it. Though I will have an actual article about it later today. Tavern Keeper is 20% off on Steam until November 17th. So 7 days from now. So about a week on sale. And if you want to belly up the bar yourself, here's the launch trailer too. So let's actually take a look at that, so you guys can get a good idea of what it looks like. Let me pause the music. Let's watch it on YouTube.
It's another beautiful day in Halflington as you arrive at your...
Oh, you know what? This trailer is laggy. Let me do this real quick. This is what I always have to do, and I have to keep reminding myself to do it. I have to turn on graphics acceleration. I hate when this happens. Because if you turn it off, that's the only way you can allegedly watch Netflix and Discord with your friends without the screen being black. But if you also have it off, if you're like me, your system will play every YouTube video very, very slowly.
It's another
It's already a big difference.
in Halflington as you arrive at your new tavern. That wasn't in the script.
Go.
Oh dear.
Hey, yo, what he
Chaos strikes again.
I can see why people like this game.
Me, I pay you gold. Now, open those doors. You have a tavern to run.
And this early access game is looking better than a lot of different games that are out right now currently. So that's really nice. But you can definitely see the fact that it took them 11 years because there's just so much that you could do already. Which is very nice. That's very nice. But yeah, that's Tavern Keeper. So if you're someone who likes tycoon games, management sims, anything of this sort, this is definitely one to keep your eye on. Especially Game Dev Tycoon. The people who made that one made this one. And that one was really good. So if you're interested in those types of games, check this one out. That being said, with GTA 6's delay, since we're talking about big giant games or games that are successful that people are going to be liking, get ready to do the 6-song release date shuffle all over again, as GTA 6's delay just blew up the whole game industry's holiday 2026 plans. Because for those who don't know, yes, GTA 6 has been delayed again. Not past the November delay, of course. I'm a little bit late to the party, so if you're worried that it got delayed past November, relax. It's not a third delay, but this is the second delay for those who didn't know. So pity the poor studio who dares release day and date with Grand Theft Auto 6. If you thought the countless indies who scrambled out of the way as 6 songs launched in August was eye-opening, imagine the feeling of doom that would arise from having GTA 6 suddenly land in your release window. That would be crazy. Imagine delaying your game by a whole year and being like, oh yeah, there's no way GTA 6 is going to release at the same time that we release our game, only for them to release right next to your game. So it's like either you delay it again or do you push it up? I wonder if we're going to start seeing a lot of studios, like this article said, shuffle their release dates around and try and get out of the way of GTA 6. But for studios planning a November 2026 launch, that nightmare became reality today when Take-Two announced a new delay. Now, GTA 6 was originally slated to release on consoles in fall of 2025 around now, before its initial delay to May 2026. But if you look at the major games releasing in May 2026 as of now, you'll notice there's basically nothing because everything is shambling to escape Rockstar's orbit. And while it's true that May isn't usually a busy month for blockbuster game releases, in 2025 we saw Doom: The Dark Ages and Revenge of the Savage Planet hit PC, both of which would be cremated alive in the battle against GTA. However, speaking anonymously to the game's business on an announcement of GTA 6's first delay, the boss of none of the world's biggest game publishers admitted that Rockstar sucks a lot of money and time out of the market, that we don't want to be anywhere near that. And this makes sense. It's a smart business move, right? Because in a time where people's resources and time are limited, people only have so much money. They only have so much free time that they're willing to give. And if you have been around for any of the GTA games in the last decade or two, you notice most of them, if they're not the best game on the market, they still end up being a nice blend of things to do and play, and a nice experience overall. I don't think any GTA game, any mainline GTA game, I don't think is sold badly. So it makes sense. But if you're someone who has been familiar with Rockstar's release dates, this was kind of weird that they wouldn't have released during the holidays for once, because normally like things like Red Dead Redemption 2, that got delayed once or twice. I think GTA 5 got delayed as well. So this is pretty much right on the money with GTA 6 getting delayed. Normally Rockstar usually has a delay or two in them just because they want to make sure they polish and have like crazy amount of details in their games. It's still crazy to see though. But another anonymous studio boss speaking in the same outlet described the futility of the scenario. GTA 6 is basically a huge meteor and we will just stay clear of the blast zone. We will nudge our releases back or forward 3 weeks to avoid it, of course. But the problem is everyone's going to do the same. So 3 to 4 weeks before or after GTA 6, you're going to get a load of games dropping content in what they will believe is a safe zone, which is going to even lead to a bigger problem because now you have all these games competing for your time. And I wouldn't be surprised if people were to say, oh, there's all these different games releasing. I don't have time to sort through them. I'm just going to grab GTA. It's going to be really interesting to see how people react to that. But let's try to, EA's CEO Andrew Wilson has alluded to the difficulties of launching alongside GTA 6 during an investors call in May. He was even asked how Rockstar's delay in the 2026 affected the prospects of Battlefield 6. And he went on to say that we wouldn't launch into a window that we thought truncated the value that we've invested to the franchise or the value that we think our players will derive from it once they jump in and start playing. I really wish they would have had the same mindset when it came to Titanfall 2. Because they dropped that in the middle of Call of Duty and what else? Did they drop in the middle of Call of Duty and a Battlefield game? I want to say that's what happened. Battlefield 1 and I think Infinite Warfare. Can't remember for sure. But let's see here. What else did he say? I think now, without going too far, we believe that the window is clearer than it was before, and we feel very good about launching Battlefield in 2026. Wait, they're launching another Battlefield in 2026? I know they said they wanted to take the franchise annually, but if they're releasing another Battlefield already in the same year as GTA 6, that's a red flag. Because we have RedSec, we have Battlefield 6, which Battlefield 6 is mostly return to form. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Battlefield 6. It is a good shooter. But this was just a return to form. This is why like a lot of people are really enjoying the game because they had to play it safe here. But it still has its own issues that I think need to be mellowed out with time, but that's crazy. Well, Battlefield 6, no matter how good it is proven to be, farewell if it had been released next to GTA 6, the simple answer is no. And that's just my opinion. The industry tactically acknowledged that GTA 6 is a game that will consume a mind share wholesale. If people aren't playing it, they'll be watching videos about it, whether on YouTube or TikTok. PC Gamer will likely be writing about it a lot, even though its PC release is still up in the air. And not just for a couple weeks either. The impact radius will nuke mostly everything that dares release within a month or either side of it. Honestly, with how this current economy is, it wouldn't surprise me people not buying a game like 2 or 3 months out from it. Especially depending on how those regional prices look. Especially if you live in a different country where things are much more expensive. Like there's some countries where buying a game console is like $1,000 already. Or buying a game is like $100, $150. So I imagine people are going to be waiting longer for this game. And it's going to impact the industry in ways we have not seen before. But we talked about EA earlier, and this is a good opportunity to bring up the fact that their AI's game development tech is reportedly causing mistakes, costing more money. Just unfortunate. So if you guys don't know, EA has recently been purchased by a private investment firm. So essentially that consists of a bunch of different investors all coming together to buy EA wholeheartedly to make them go private again, instead of them having to do like quarterly annual reports on their profits, which on paper sounds good, because instead of you having to go before a board of directors and constantly justify raising prices, raising your stocks, making money, which can lead to a bunch of bad business decisions like how Microsoft's going through right now, because they're being required to increase their profits by 30%, which the highest during COVID for most publishers and parties was about 17%. So not only they expect them to go above the average during a big economic boom, they expect them to be even more than that, which is crazy to me. But yeah, so EA is going through the same thing, because out of that purchase, I believe they were being bought for $55 billion. $20 billion of that is debt taken out in EA's name. And that private investment fund consists of Donald Trump's son-in-law, as well as the Saudi Arabian government. Now, the issue with this is, if your company does not start turning a profit, what happens normally in business? People lose their jobs. Studios get cut. Things get shut down. Projects get canceled. Because it's all to protect that bottom dollar. So the big players in the gaming industry have made no secret that they're flirting with AI, whether it's using AI in game development or replacing artists and actors. And we can expect to see this cropping up in more of our games in the future. However, it might not be the lower budget alternative that the industry was hoping for. According to a report from Business Insider, EA's rollout of AI in game development through its AI chatbot has not gone as intended. It's claimed that the generative AI tool is prone to hallucinations, requiring actual human developers to go in and fix its mistakes, costing time and money. Which that's been a big mandate from EA. They've been coming down heavy on their employees, saying that you guys need to use AI in most of your development to cut costs wherever and however they can. But these problems reportedly stem from EA's generative AI tool, Reef GPT. And it said that the AI keeps adding incorrect code to its projects, which has to be fixed by developers who don't want to work with the tool in the first place. Now, it's further claimed that EA's developers fear that they are effectively training their replacement as they help the AI tool do their jobs. And EA was keen to show off its AI tools last year, showing a scenario which users could create a game through AI prompts. However, this report suggests that Reef GPT hasn't been anywhere near as seamless as the demo the public was shown. Now, with that said, the results look dull and derivative in the showcase, so it's unclear what the aim is here, other than putting developers out of work. Unfortunately, we will likely see EA expand this technology even further now the company is being acquired by the consortium of investors to the tune of $55 billion. Because of this, we should expect cost-cutting measures to ramp up, like layoffs, studio closures, as I said before. Investors are likely to want generative AI to be part of that plan, as corporate types have been at the forefront of pioneering this technology. At the very least, the buyout is facing some scrutiny from a union, so it remains to be seen how this impacts the company and its employees. Just means they didn't spend enough time developing the AI bot yet. Go figure. Release buggy games, and they also released and started using a buggy AI. Spot the trend. Yeah, this is fortunately becoming more and more commonplace in the industry, sadly. People using AI to cut costs and save time, and it's doing the exact opposite because people keep having to go back and fix the AI's mistakes. Bring vibe coding back, man. Let me stop playing. But I know I talked about regional pricing earlier, and I think this is interesting because we're noticing this thing happening more and more, which isn't necessarily regional pricing, but a different type of pricing altogether. And that is, you might be playing more for PS5 games than other people. Some PlayStation 5 users may face higher prices than others on the PlayStation Store, as fans have noticed some discrepancies between accounts. Pricing has been a controversial topic across the gaming industry. By the way, what's up, Rage? In recent months, with several companies asking for more consoles and games, while many consumers ask for relief amid rising everyday costs. Now it seems like some PlayStation 5 games may raise or lower their prices on a per user basis. Now, much of the affordability discourse as of late has centered around Sony's main competitor, Microsoft, and even one of Xbox's co-founders has criticized Game Pass's recent price hikes, among other things, which came after several similar changes on the hardware side of things. And while there's a lot of noise around Microsoft's approach to pricing, listings on the PlayStation Store have undergone some changes of their own, and fans think these adjustments may not be the same for everyone. Now, back in 2024, a Redditor Walking Immortal shared that they had noticed the price for Astrobot in the PlayStation Store fluctuating up to 25% between different users. Now, another Redditor by the name of DarXIV posted screenshots showing that Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition was listed for $5 less on their spouse's account than on their own. And while the game was on sale across the board, the extent of the discount changed between users despite them using the same currency and being in the same area. Now, the possibility of per-user dynamic pricing may rub some fans the wrong way, especially in light of Sony raising the price of the PS5 hardware earlier in 2025. Let me see here. So yeah, in a rather odd turn of events, this is the actual Reddit post here. This is from a year ago. The PlayStation Store may be rolling out dynamic pricing for certain games. Specifically, Astrobot appears to be a targeted experiment. I first noticed that the game was discounted a few days ago on the mobile app, and I was surprised that the sale was not advertised on major video game websites. Curious, I went on my browser and searched for the game on the PlayStation Store while being signed out. It was $59.99. I signed in and it appeared as $44.99. My investigation led me to a Reddit post that revealed others are experiencing discounts on the game register ranging from 5% to 25%. The question is how this discount is being determined. I have maxed out PlayStation Stars, so I asked about a friend who has now opted in. Their listed price is $59.99, and this is far from a confirmation, but represents a possibility. I have to wait to see if this is a fluke or Sony plans to expand this practice in the future. And here we go, 6 days ago. I actually see the same thing happening here. But dynamic pricing has appeared elsewhere in the gaming industry before. Embark Studios has reduced the price of Arc Raiders for some users, but not others, to account for varying economic conditions between countries. However, the PlayStation adjustments seem to be more of a matter of marketing than balancing things according to the game's local economy, as differences have popped up between users in the same location. but it's unclear as to what exactly is driving these per user discrepancies, but it could be a way to incentivize purchases from users who may be more likely to buy a game if the price drops. For now, Sony has not confirmed if it is indeed running a dynamic per user pricing, but regardless, the differences are a disappointing sign for some users amid the broader game conversation. Some gamers are concerned that GTA 6 costs as much as $100. So the thought of some fans getting a lower price than others for a game like that may feel unfair to those on the side of not receiving a larger discount. But there's always a chance that this trend is a glitch or that PlayStation won't make it a permanent shift, but without confirmation from Sony, nothing is certain for now. You say you personally don't take issues with AI, you take issues with undeveloped AI and not creating a post-AI economic plan for jobless citizens. Like, that's gonna happen. I feel you, Rage. I feel you. We'll see if they ever do that, but I highly, highly doubt it. I don't know. We did great for coal miners and coal miner towns. Oh, wait. Man. Jeez. But speaking of consumers, spending, dynamic pricing, I thought this was interesting, just in case you guys wanted to hear about it. Get into the minds of, like, why people buy the things that they do. Because, you know, 60% of gamers don't play new games, and less than actually 40% of those gamers beat their games that they play, which is kind of a crazy stat to have. But we've seen things like the average gamer being in their 30s, different things like that. And now we're getting more data possibly on how consumers spend their money, which that's all to say that consumers apparently spend twice as much on a video game remake than a remaster, which is according to research, which makes sense. You know, remasters, a couple updated graphics, maybe a few new things here, versus a remake where they remake the game from the ground up, sometimes in a different engine, better graphics, changing out certain scenes, adding quality of life improvements. We saw this with games like Silent Hill 2, the Resident Evil remakes, which ended up being a big, what's the word for it? Really successful, I would say. And other games as well. They're currently remaking Halo 1. Why? I don't know. When we have the Master Chief Collection, I wonder how that's going to go. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. But you said you buy like all the new games to beat next to none of them. Honestly, only play a few of them. It's a problem. Like ordering food when you're hungry, but then you see a bag of chips before the food comes, and then you don't want to eat what you ordered. Yeah, that's funny. Parents was right when you say you'll spoil your dinner. But according to research by video game remakes and remasters released across 2024 and 2025, attracted 72.4 million players across Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam, with these consumers spending some $1.4 billion on premium full games and microtransactions. Keep in mind, this microtransaction part is important. Notably, Ampere found that across 42 titles examined, 15 remakes and 27 remasters released between January 2024 and September 2025. Global spending on an average remake was more than twice that of an average remaster at 2.2 times. However, Ampere acknowledges that while the data suggests remakes can rejuvenate classic IP and attract new audiences, they require substantially higher investment in development, marketing, and time. Remasters, by contrast, offer faster turnaround and lower costs, which generally deliver less engagement. Here's a chart they used here. Gears of War Reloaded, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and Silent Hill 2. And then they have remakes and remasters in here. Though, even though the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was listed as a remaster, it's somewhere in between remake and remaster, because they did make some gameplay changes, overhauled a lot of different stats, added a whole sprint mechanic, but basically kept enough of the base game in there so that people could still enjoy all the bugs and glitches they liked, while also fixing some more of the game-breaking ones. It's in that weird middle ground between the two. But stuff like Gears of War Reloaded and Silent Hill and everything else like that fits a lot easier here. Yeah, some notable exceptions according to the research, such as the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, which reached a peak of $180 million in consumer spending and 7 million monthly active users across PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. Katie Holt, senior analyst at Ampere Analysis, said, as games and IP development costs escalate, publishers are increasingly rating their back catalogs for cost-effective remakes and remasters. Publishers deciding between a full remake versus a remaster have to balance franchise planning, investment risk, age of content, platform support, and more when choosing which route to take. Which, this makes sense, right? We're seeing this with a lot of different games. Like Mortal Kombat recently just had a collection of theirs released with a lot of their old games being remastered and remade. We had the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Well, the Capcom Fighting Collection 1 and 2 that came out in the last couple of years, and those did really well because it's really nice being able to experience games you played as a kid or back in arcades in a way more convenient fashion with a lot of quality of life improvements and changes, because game development is so much more different than it used to be. Whereas you released a game on a cartridge that you couldn't edit later, you couldn't patch it, otherwise you had to release a new version of the game on a completely new cartridge. Operating costs were higher, gaming was a lot more niche back then. Now it's as simple as putting out the game and then adding in a couple balance patches and stuff later, and you can fix what you broke, provided that you have the money and manpower to do so. But yeah, as more and more games are coming in and as game development is becoming more convenient, we are seeing more and more companies go with bigger and bigger budgets. Everybody's trying to get their Fortnite, their big live service game. Everybody's trying to get that big cash cow that they can go on to make other projects with. That's what Arrowhead is doing with Helldivers 2. They want to keep funding that game and keep working on it so they can actually work on their other smaller projects, which is something that came directly from the CEO himself, which was interesting. But I think if more companies just had the mindset of just doing like a couple small games here and there before doing a big game, they come out a lot more successful. Like there's nothing wrong with a Hi-Fi Rush or Evil Within or a Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, a couple indie games here and there. Games are getting too expensive. But that's partially both the consumer's fault and the developers' fault. Mainly the developers, like 80 developers, 20% the consumers, because we still buy it, right? Every game publisher needs to own a selection of PC console studios, and some mobile studios use the mobile studios to carry between PC console releases. Yeah, that's smart, because the mobile gaming audience is a lot bigger than most people would think. As long as you buy the games at the price we set the standard. Yeah. We saw with the Outer Worlds too, right? There was immediate backlash when they tried to charge $80 for that. Nobody bought it. So they immediately moved it back down to 70, which, you know, is a big difference to a lot of people, but still, you know. Still a little too expensive for my blood personally, but we take the W's where we can get them. Same thing with like the Xbox Ally X, that being $1,000. The same thing with the Lenovo Legion Go 2 being like $1,500. There was an article, I wish I would have saved it, showing that most people who make the biggest impacts on the prices are actually the people who just justify those prices and go buy them anyway, knowing they're way too expensive simply because they can afford them. And then whales. Granted, you would think those two are the same thing, but when we say whales, we mean people who are spending thousands of dollars on stuff like that every year. Who can afford to do so comfortably? Not the people who be like, well, you know, if I just adopt this payment plan and I do 4 or 5 payments over the next, 3 years, I can get it. Keep in mind, if that's you, I'm not blaming you. Oh, I'm not shaming you. I'm definitely blaming you, but not shaming you. That being said, speaking about games, IPs, new developments, new games, only fitting to talk about BioWare, because apparently they've confirmed Mass Effect 5 is still in development, and they've issued a statement on Shepard's TV series status, because apparently they were going to be making a Mass Effect show as well. But Mass Effect 5 will have romance options, BioWare has confirmed. In addition to dropping a hint about their quantity, a senior company official revealed this tidbit alongside some new information about the upcoming Mass Effect TV show. The 5th mainline game in a sci-fi RPG series was originally confirmed to be in development on N7 Day 2020. Did I say 2020? Oh, man. It's past my bedtime, bro. It's past my bedtime. It's a rough day. Anyways, BioWare executive producer Michael Gamble later said that Mass Effect 5 was still on track, remained in pre-production as of February 2025. So Gamble has now reiterated that Mass Effect 5 remains in development as part of a blog post commemorating the 2025 edition of N7 Day. Because remember, after EA got bought, BioWare was concerned they may be getting canned or sold off to help pay off that debt. But while he did not clarify whether the project has progressed beyond pre-production since its last update, he suggested it is still in its early stages. And he went on to say that we have a lot of universe to cover, lots of features to build, and lots of romances to figure out. And although this post concludes by stating that there is no secret game information to be gleaned from its contents, the above remark appears to confirm that the upcoming title will continue Mass Effect's tradition of offering extensive romance options. Granted, BioWare has always been known for adding like different romance options and different compelling stories within their games. The same studio that made Jade Empire, the Dragon Age games, Mass Effect. I'm forgetting one. KOTOR, I believe, 1 and 2. And then there's so much more. Watch out for facial animations, guys. Yeah, oh god, don't remind me about Andromeda. Oh god, that game came out. As a Mass Effect fan, I was so excited. The original trilogy was so good. I'm like, Andromeda, we're gonna get more of this universe, more things, because it's so lore rich. There's so many things happening. The aliens are cool, the events happening are cool. So now we get to see a post Reaper universe where you're playing as some people who are like directly involved in the next coming stories, and the game flopped. Well, I don't know if it flopped financially. Let me not say that, but it didn't do nearly as well as the hype and everybody wanted it to, because of the trilogy it was coming off the back burner of. Maybe because of how broken it was at launch. Like, all things aside, once the game was actually fixed and once things did get better, it wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't a great Mass Effect game. Like, it's a cool space game, but not a great Mass Effect game, which is the issue. Like, a lot of the same people who worked on like the Mass Effect trilogy and the old Dragon Age games and things of that nature just were gone. KOTOR 1 and 2, like they were gone at that point. And then a lot of them, the rest left after Andromeda did not do so well. But that's also because I believe they were also working on a new Dragon Age game at the same time. I don't know. There's a lot of split development and a lot of split resources and manpower between those two projects. So a lot was happening at the time. But yeah, they've confirmed that their priorities are no longer divided, saying that the next Mass Effect game is currently BioWare's sole focus. Because apparently, oh yeah, literally, the Mass Effect team was temporarily reassigned in 2023 to help finish Dragon Age of Velgard, following multiple reboots of the fantasy RPG, and it wasn't frictionless, even sparked some infighting at BioWare, literally right here in my face. But apparently Amazon's Mass Effect TV series will tell an original story, which is good to hear. And separately, the executive also reflected on the Mass Effect TV series that Amazon announced exactly 1 year ago. He confirmed the show will tell an original story set in an already established universe, and it will be set after the events of Mass Effect 3. And they also added that the writers' room spent a lot of time trying to figure out how the TV series fits within the existing canon. Ultimately, it was decided that it wouldn't be an adaptation of Commander Shepard's journey. That's your story. While sales were not catastrophic failure, the game's critical reception was poor, leading to its abandonment and cancellation of its planned DLC, which solidified its status as a commercial and critical disappointment. Okay, thank you, Wolf. I appreciate you adding the context. Well, let me see here what else we got here. Since player choices can influence the fate of many characters throughout the in-game universe and not even Commander Shepard's gender is set in stone, it's possible that Gamble's remarks hint at the TV show being set many years after following Mass Effect 3, at a point where the protagonist of the original trilogy is but a legend, or at least a distant memory. This approach would mirror Mass Effect Andromeda, which set out more than 600 years after the original trilogy. They could do a prequel to the series as well, covering the whole first couple wars that humanity was in when they first made contact, because for those who don't know, there was a giant war between the Turians and the human beings when they first ran into each other, which led to a lot of tension going out through the actual first game when Shepard is coming through and making his rise and him becoming like who he is and doing what he or she is doing. And it was a good story. You can feel it, because while we weren't there and while we don't see it, you see a lot of the fallout because of that. A lot of people are distrustful of humanity. Humanity doesn't trust a lot of different aliens, because that war was brutal on both sides. But an Amazon production listing that surfaced online over the summer indicated that Mass Effect TV series began filming in Q4 2026. Modern, big budget, CGI heavy shows typically require 12 to 20 months from the start of principal photography to premiere. If the Mass Effect series follows that trend, its inaugural season could debut as early as 2028, which that would place its release well ahead of Mass Effect 5, which currently appears unlikely to launch this decade. With modern AAA gaming development cycles averaging around 5 years and Mass Effect 5 still being in pre-production as of the first half of 2025, 2030 seems to be the earliest that the game could feasibly hit the market, and it's to place it firmly within the next console generation, though a cross-gen release cannot be fully rolled out at this point. You unfortunately found out you're not a Mass Effect gamer, but you know it's considered a classic. Yeah, funnily enough, Wolf, now that you say that, I've recently gone back and played the first one. The writing is still good, the worlds are still nice, but my god, some of the bugs in the combat, the shooting does not hold up well. I will say the shooting and the combat does not hold up well in that very first game much. Love everything else about it, and if you can get past those horrible growing pains in the combat and just get back into it, it is a great game, but it ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody like that. I'm not gonna lie, I like Mass Effect. You should be able to criticize the things that you love. That combat for the first game was ass. was buns and kind of trash actually. But you know, it was an old school Xbox 360 game, early title. Everything else was great. The world building was fire. The writing was phenomenal. The companions were dope and memorable. Great game. But that combat for the first game is ass. I tell people they might have an easier time hopping into 2 as their first point, but yeah. Can make it past an hour in Mass Effect 1, so I never played any of the others. Yeah. That's understandable. It's a little slow. It's dry is how I would describe it, you know? Like being on a date with somebody you're not interested in, there's no spark, no connection, no chemistry. It's just you're trying to make it to the end. You're trying to just get through it because you don't know if there's anything else on the other side, and you're like, oh my god, that's all that's here. Yeah, maybe we should go see other people.
It's unbelievable.
I don't all of them know. That's funny. I will say, if you guys can make it to that first game, if anybody can stomach it, or if anybody like, the writing is so good. The writing is so good. I'm a big lore guy, for those who don't know, so anything that tells a story, like, I'm all for it. I am all for it. I almost died and choked on my water live on stream. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, those people getting impaled by, and then turned. Oh man. Feel like I just drank some McDonald's Sprite. But next article. So, oh my god, man, asking people to play at least 2 hours a game a day and telling them it opens up after that is near impossible. You want people to get through a whole game. Yeah, nah. I fully get it. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. It ain't for a lot of people. I'm not one of those people who are like, man, if you just get through these next 500 episodes, One Piece is the greatest anime on the planet. Like, no. If you're not liking the first 10 episodes, I'm not expecting you to get through half the series, bro. If you don't like the first couple hours of video game, I'm not gonna sit here and torture you and be like, yeah, man, if you just stick through it, like, no. Because imagine how crazy that sounds, man. That's why it took me so long to even start looking at Black Clover, because people are like, man, if you get past like those first 100 episodes, I'm like, first 100 episodes? What is it? The first half of the show just filler? What are we doing here? But you know, man, Wolf, you know, I remember back in the day where GameStop used to actually sell games.
It's unbelievable.
There's gonna be a generation of people who all they know when they walk into GameStop is Funko Pops and merchandise, and that's it. Maybe a couple, you know, new releases, some PS4 games, and then that's it. Black Clover is like the first 5 episodes. Some folks exaggerating, yeah, because I've seen bits and pieces of Black Clover. I'm probably actually gonna watch that one, but I gotta finish like getting through Gachi Yakuza. I might actually read the manga for that. There's a bunch of different anime. I gotta go back and look at Chainsaw Man. I mean, there's some awesome shows where you can tell people they gotta make it through the first season before it opens up. Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. I think I'm one of the rare few people who will give a show the time it needs, so long as it keeps your interest in some way, shape, or form. Because those first couple seasons of Game of Thrones, like I watched the whole series, loved it, liked it. Breaking Bad, I think I had to take a break from because it was a little mundane, but I had to give it some time because it's that way for a reason. Some shows are a real slow burn, but when they pick up, they pick up. Like when you're in it, you're in it. But you got to give it some time. Unlike Borderlands 4, whose apparently launch was softer than expected. This comes directly from the Take-Two CEO behind, what's the word for it? Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick. I almost said behind the game, but no, Randy Pitchford is the one who developed Borderlands 4, which funnily enough, if you've been looking on Twitter, which never go on Twitter, but if you're someone who frequents Twitter, I don't know if you guys have seen him calling out Randy Pitchford for like not only being a horrible human being, from blaming everybody's problems and issues of Borderlands 4 on their consoles and on their PCs, but people have just been straight up calling that man Randy Pitchford. It's been kind of funny. Because like, even if you don't necessarily agree with the game, even if you like the game or hate the game, I think everybody unanimously agrees that man is not a good person. People do not like that man. And I think he was a large reason why a lot of people didn't end up picking up the game, on top of like the issues it had for some people at launch. But he had some of the most negative PR. I'm so confident that Borderlands 4 would have sold so much more if that man could just keep his mouth shut. Like it seemed like every 2 seconds that man was tweeting out something about how much the fan base was complaining, and every time that man opened his phone, I know everybody in the PR team was just like,
Oh shit. Here we go again.
because that man could not stop tweeting about the game and blaming everybody else instead of actually offering solutions. But let me actually read this article instead of going around it and lore dumping you guys constantly in that man's Twitter rants. But they stated that Borderlands 4 didn't quite make the splash the company hoped it would at launch. And while the game received plenty of positive reviews, because it is a good game, I did end up picking up Borderlands 4. It is fun. If you like Borderlands, you'll like it. If you don't like Borderlands, you're not going to magically like this one. But it also faced a good deal of controversy both leading up to and immediately following its release. But it now seems those issues were enough to hold Borderlands 4 back from what its publisher expected. While there were concerns around the game's price and EULA before its release, which Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford may have exacerbated through some incendiary responses on social media, the newest entry in Borderlands series received a largely warm reputation at launch. Many felt that Borderlands 4 improved upon Borderlands 3 in several necessary ways, and the games were met with positive reviews from critics. Still, not all players were equally enthused about the title. And in an interview with the game business, Zelnick said that while Take-Two was happy with Borderlands 4's release, it didn't sell as much as the publisher expected. And this has been a surprise to many, considering Borderlands 4 sold over 2.5 million copies, which is still good, especially in less than 2 weeks. That's great. But however, those numbers, while impressive from an outsider's perspective, appear less than exciting in the context of the franchise as a whole. Borderlands 3 sold over 5 million in its first 5 days. But that makes sense because it was coming fresh off the hype of 2, because 2 did so well. And so people had to earn a lot back. They had to get their good graces earned back with Borderlands 4, because Borderlands 4 is a direct response to how bad 3 was. But previous entries may not have sold quite as quickly, but the series had not yet reached as wide as an audience, while Borderlands 4 had the advantage of a larger gaming market and the increased publicity of a modern AAA game. Unsurprisingly, Zelnick chalked up the disappointing sales figures up to the game struggles on PC. Almost immediately upon release, Borderlands 4 PC players encountered major performance issues, even among those whose systems met the title's high recommended specs. Harsh responses and Twitter rants from Ready Pitchford over the controversy likely added fuel to that fire, which may have stopped some PC players from buying the game and led others to refund it. Still, Zelnick is hopeful as Gearbox can turn things around with ongoing patches and optimizations, saying in the fullness of time, we think it's going to do great. You say you don't think Randy impacted sales. I think he's ineffectual at his job, but I think people band together in their love of the game and hate for Randy. For sure. Like, he definitely got some people to look differently at the game and definitely not pick it up. How much? Arguably, maybe not enough, maybe not that much altogether, because the game ended up being good despite everything. But I argue he did the game no favors. At the very least, he did the game no favors. Because if your game is having issues, if people are reporting to you that the optimization isn't great, they're getting game crashing bugs, because I was getting game issues on PS5. I was playing the game on console, and I was still having crashes and game breaking bugs, so much to the point I had to upload and go through multiple saves. I almost had to start the game over again. And while they did address these things really quickly, he at the very least highlighted and pushed a lot of the issues people may not have realized to the forefront, of the actual, what's the word for it, gaming space. Just because so many people started looking at him crash out on Twitter and his tweets started going viral, and a lot of people started noticing that, and so many people made videos on that. And what do people love doing more than supporting things that are great and wonderful for the community? They love dunking on assholes. So when it came to that, I think a lot of people looked at this man crashing out and then immediately was like, I'm not buying the game. Because I knew other people who said they weren't buying the game just because of how horrible of a person he was. But when they saw how he was responding to the tweets as well, they said they weren't picking it up. Granted, again, I don't know the exact number. I don't know how many people also thought that way. But I do know more than anything, he highlighted a lot of the game's issues. And instead of responding correctly where he should have been, oh, we're working on that. Oh, we'll get out a fix for this. Oh, hey, we were aware of the issue. We'll get it done. We'll fix it. Just give us some time. Would have been infinitely better and probably boosted the sales a little more than compared to how he responded in time. Yeah, like it's crazy. But yeah, like anything, You just don't want to come up insulting your audience. You said, you know, they had a memory leak early on that caused mega issues for people playing for really long periods. That was one of them, yeah. The game had so many different issues going on. And throughout all of these, he's just on the forefront. It's your fault. It's your fault. Just do this instead. You know, it was weird. Granted, at times he did offer some issues without crashing out. But he was in those comments. He was in those comments, Rage. Oh, man, you had to be there. He was in those comments. It was crazy to see. It was crazy to see. But that all being said, if you're someone who hasn't picked up Borderlands 4, they are working on it. They still are fixing things. It is a good game, but like I said, if you're experiencing Borderlands fatigue like Rage or myself or other people where you've played so much of Borderlands over the years, and Borderlands 4, it's good. It's decent. It doesn't blow me away. It's not anything groundbreaking, but if you're looking for a good Borderlands game or a good looter shooter, Borderlands 4 is good. It's a direct response to how bad 3 was. It's decent. See people soapbox online by saying I won't buy XYZ from people that don't care. People hate child labor. I see a lot of Nikes and iPhones around. People hate Elon, but man, look at all those Teslas on the road. Just saying, oh yeah, there's definitely people like that for sure, Rage. Definitely people like that for sure. I mean, you know, how many people say they don't want microtransactions in their video games and they still buy it anyway? There's definitely people on both sides. But if people hate you enough, they will go out of their way not to mess with, not to rock with you. I'm just saying, like, more than anything, he definitely just didn't do the game any favors because he insulted the fan base so much. And for those who just didn't have any idea that the game may have had issues, that may be the bigger thing. Because they're like, oh, hey, the CEO's crashing out over all these issues. Because now, like, imagine you're just going through with your friends, depending on if you guys are gamers or not, and then somebody brings up, oh, hey, look, the Borderlands 4 CEO is crashing out. And it's like, oh, what's he crashing out about? Apparently the game has memory leak issues and, you know, yada, 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 yada. Something like that, right? Granted, again, I don't know how much this impacted Borderlands 4. I don't know how much this affected their sales. But I do know at the very least it did the game no favors. That all being said, though, that's going to wrap up our gaming news for the day. And we're going to get into some Ghost of Yotei. That all being said, I need to actually grab something from my dryer. So if you guys give me some time to come back, I'll be right back. You say you don't think people take Randy seriously? He's just a WWE villain. Most people are immune to that by now. You'd be surprised, man. You would be surprised. You would definitely be surprised. If you ever need a reminder, just look at some CEOs and the way they responded, like the Saints Row CEOs. Not CEO of Saints Row, but speaking of that, the CEO of Saints Row, one of the old directors, is actually working on a pitch for a prequel game. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. But an example would be that marketing they did for the game when everybody criticized how the game looked and how awful the action new characters were, and all they responded with haters is gonna hate, and then started blaming the community for not keeping an open mind and liking new things, and then the game bombed. But that all being said, let me be right back. Give me like 10 minutes, y'all. That too. Two things can be true, but I'll be back.
Alarm. Tsunami integrity has been breached. Scanning for virus. Viral entity identified. Joker. Viral removal program initiated.
What happens when a game becomes real and none of the rules apply? For a young sorcerer named Tsukasa, the virtual world of the game has become his reality.
Where am I?
Inside, Tsukasa can fight, make friends, feel pain.
Tsukasa.
The only thing he can't do is log out. Enter the world of God Hack Sai, premiering Saturday, February 1st at 3.
Let me go!
Hate the game, not the player.
I mean it.
Only Toonami.
This place is a town of forgetfulness.
40 years ago, everything we knew was destroyed. The face of the planet changed forever.
There isn't anyone who really knows exactly what did happen.
The survivors left without memories. In the aftermath, a new society is formed.
I perform a much-needed job here in the city of amnesia.
In Paradigm City, the rich close enclose themselves into giant domes, while the poor must live without protection. But one man stands for something more, and he does it in serious style.
As a professional, I just try to do my best.
His name is Roger Smith, the Negotiator.
Try this.
Goes against my principles, but I don't have a choice.
His allies, an android, a butler,
It's up to me.
and Big O.
It's showtime.
When they start a job, they always see it through.
Rest in peace. Bye-bye.
Enemies of Paradigm City, beware. There's a new robot on the block.
You're not going anywhere. Crazy little fool, you're gonna get yourself killed. Time to finish this. That's it, once and for all.
Big O, starting Monday, April 2nd at 5:30. Good guys still wear black. Only Toonami.
Hey there, it's your old pal Tom. Got some big news, but let's get the big guy to help me out. Get ready, playtime is over for you girls.
Starting March 17th, Toonami's got the new deal.
Let's do it.
New Tom, new Absolution, new shows. Same old goodness. The battle begins with G Gundam at 5.
I've seen that technique.
5:30. All new Dragon Ball Z.
What I represent can never be destroyed.
6. The Spirit Detective Yu Yu Hakusho. And at 6:30, the premiere of The Wandering Samurai, Rurouni Kenshin.
So the true battle finally begins.
Ooh, it's so sweet.
He always makes it sound so good. Hey, don't forget to log on to Toonami.com and check the exclusive online comic and find out how I got this new look. It's a bit of a tale. See you March 17th. Later.
I'm gonna make sure that we capture every one of those cards.
For Sakura Avalon, life was all boys and schoolwork.
Does everyone know what their assignments are?
But an ancient book in the basement has changed everything.
You gotta expect things. When you least expect them.
When the cloud book opened, the world felt its fury. Now, Sakura and her friends must defeat the cloud cards one by one before they destroy the world. The greatest sorcerer on the planet is a 10-year-old girl, and the only thing scarier than battling the cards is doing her homework. These are the Guardians of Earth. Card Captors, Monday, June 4th at 5. It's all in the cards.
You are a card captor now.
Kids love it. In the year 2039, Gotham City has no heroes. Its people, no hope. Its youth, no future.
Evening, boys and girls. What's up for some laughs?
All right. Oh, let me actually read this message. They say you can all agree that Bobby Kotick is a massive piece of shit, but people are buying Call of Duty, Tony Hawk games, Blizzard games, so on without issues. So the product is good, people's moral high ground will crumble in private, but if the product is bad, they claim moral superiority over their decision not to buy because of the person who calls. Just saying. Never met someone with a real intent to buy something, not actually end up getting whatever it was eventually. Well, I'd also argue that it's a matter of perspective as well, too. Perception and reality, right? Because one of the biggest arguments is like, yeah, these products are really good, but let's say the product is okay or mid at best, and a lot of people are on the fence. Because Call of Duty has been around since before Bobby Kotick was even part of the actual franchise. Like, these names built their name without him being the CEO of Activision, but we also don't know how many of those people haven't bought these games because he is who he is, or how many people weren't buying them or taking part in them. Like, these games have been good with him, they have been good without him. He's also, like you said, had a lot of controversy, but it's not as if these things haven't been around since before he was a thing and have built their name up. So it's not like these are the things he's developed personally versus Borderlands being a Randy Pitchford thing since he's been there since day one. Call of Duty has been around since before the 360, the actual like PlayStation, PS4, since some of these people have been alive. The same thing with the Tony Hawk games. A lot of these people, like, it's attachment to the actual franchise itself versus something like Borderlands, which has not been doing so hot. Because I'd argue too that if these games, like you said, weren't good, when they start being less and less good, people start finding excuses not to fund you, not to actually buy your games, not to rock with you, not to, you know, actually do anything with you. Because I'd argue, like, even with Microsoft, right, where the Game Pass was considered one of the best deals, and then they started raising prices and doing all these other things as well. The people who already were on the fence about not liking Microsoft or Game Pass due to maybe them closing certain studios or the way they treat their employees, you know, people end up leaving them and not actually participating in their products and buying those things because they don't support what they're doing. What's up, TT? How you doing? Oh, really? He's been with them that long. I did not know that. Actually, let's see here. I thought he was somebody who was relatively new. My apologies. Oh, I was misinformed. Because, you know, people who are alive don't know what Fusion Frenzy was? Yeah, that is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. Wait, let me see here. Okay, so published. Blizzard was in 2000. He reaffirmed CEO at the time, so maybe that's a mix-up. Probably. I remember they primarily published them, but also, like, you know, we have different people like Infinity War and Treyarch who actually made them. So, but I get it. Sorry, latest edit. You need to be taking into questioning how good that is. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to think now, actually. Yeah, me with that one. I did not know he was ahead that long. But again, like, these games and franchises have been good for so long too, and that, what was it?
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Ugg is crazy. I think Emerson's actually younger than us, Morty, funnily enough. That's hilarious. But I definitely have to think, like, when it comes to these games, when it comes to these people, these heads, Call of Duty has been a superpower in the gaming space for so long, which I think that gives people an idea on, like, why they want to actually back out of things. That being said, though, Call of Duty is not doing the absolute best that it has been. Because even with Black Ops 6, we saw a huge player drop off after the game launched, right? And people are not looking at 7 as the best. Granted, Call of Duty is always going to sell because it's like the McDonald's of shooters. But the moment these games start not doing so well, and the moment people start looking for a way out and for the other things, because people are always going to buy a new product regardless of, what's the word for it? Maybe their morals, but it has to be great. It has to be that good to make people excuse their morals to not buy something. It has to be that good. Because if you're someone who's morally on the fence about these types of things, and you're someone who doesn't want to support one of these companies or one of these franchises, you have to make a product that is so good people forget themselves morally. You have to make something that's so great that people are just going to throw it to the wayside and not want to support the person who made it. And that's the big thing with, what's the word for it? Randy Pitchford versus Bobby. Call of Duty being a main household name and being a powerhouse for so long compared to Borderlands 4, which is fresh off of 3, which was not so good. A big gap in the franchise. And then 4's issues at launch being so bad and having so many issues. Granted, if Call of Duty were to keep going this way, you're going to catch more and more people where you're not going to be able to ignore that minority of the actual player base. We definitely do. We've been on both sides of that, where it's like there are some people who will buy it no matter what, and there are some people who won't buy it specifically for those same reasons. Because we've seen it with so many different things where people say they weren't going to buy a microtransaction, weren't going to support it. We saw it with the Switch too. where people were like, I'm not buying the Switch 2, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. And then look, lo and behold, fastest selling console of all time. One of the most powerful peer pressure sentences, yo, we're all on Blink Game, come on. Yeah, that's another thing too. It makes it really easy for all your friends to hop in as well. If I think it's good, I'll play. If I think it's not good, I know play. For real, like, it really is like that. The average gamer can be considered a fraud. How many people say they wouldn't buy the new 2K or to buy the new Madden or the new FIFA game or the new whatever game that came out? We saw it with people who were what was it? Who were boycotting Starbucks and Target? Because granted, Target is taking a huge hit, and they still are taking huge hits, and Starbucks as well. But there are still people all the same still going. And it's crazy because most of us will actually have been shown that we have the power to make a difference on a bigger scale, on a way bigger scale than we get credit for. If we all literally just band together and be like, we're not buying it. Yeah, I heard this new 2K was good. And I'm pretty sure it's actually decent. But again, this is the same company who has some of the most predatory microtransactions in gaming. Boycotts only work if there's a convenient alternative. The average person feels inconvenience, they won't stick to the boycott. A lot of them have to be planned too. A lot of people think boycotts only happen in the spur of the moment. It takes people years to plan a good boycott, depending on what the actual thing is that you're boycotting. But we're missing the commitment aspect, the planning aspect. During the civil rights movement, when they boycotted all the buses, they had to plan that for years because people had to actually have money and funds and ways to get to work back and forth. That wasn't just a spur of the moment thing. That's what a lot of boycotts are missing nowadays. People are like, we gotta boycott this group, and then not realizing that, like, yeah, that means you have to be a little inconvenienced. That means you can't buy certain things, and that you have to plan around a boycott because not everybody can afford to. It requires thinking outside of yourself. It requires not being individualistic for 2 seconds. Boycott Maximum Obesity is giving out too much free sauce. That's why a lot of people don't do it nowadays. But like Rage and I have been on both sides of like this, or he's seen like the absolute worst of people who are just like, who say they want to do something or have the moral high ground and then turn around and do the opposite. I've seen people actually stick to their guns because we've both seen both. I would assume there are some people who stick to their guns, but there's a lot more people who just don't. People being like, I'm not buying a new Call of Duty. They got exo suits. I'm no longer supporting this franchise. I'm not buying it. Next thing you know, they bought like 5 battle passes, spent $600 in a game, stuff like that. Boycott Amazon. Yeah, sure. It's nice to want to support small businesses. They'll give me a box of pins and soap dispenser overnight by 6 a.m. You gotta let go of some things, mom. It all comes back down to how bad do you actually want to make a difference? How bad do you actually want to make a change? I'm here just at a doctor's appointment. I appreciate you popping in here. That's the big thing. We all realistically could boycott Amazon if we wanted to, just no one does it because of the added convenience. It really just depends on how much are you willing to give up. If you set your mind on the topic of actually doing something and sticking to it, like, it's not easy, but it is simple. If you guys ever seen the TikTok, the guy who makes it, I believe his name is Higher Wellness. He says that all the time, and it makes sense because a lot of the times, how many people have you asked to do something to better their life or to better the people around them, or just not buy a certain thing, not do a certain thing? And on paper, it sounds so easy, and then they just don't do it. Most people want their object of convenience more than change, like weight loss. I mean, I want to be skinny again, but man, that fried chicken come quick. Gotta give it up, man. Not give it up. I think that's another thing too. A lot of people confuse a lot of different things. There's alternatives out there. A lot more people, if they just exercise some restraint. I think that's the part people miss too. A lot of it is just having some restraint. More restraint than normal, not getting instant gratification. A lot of the times it just takes taking a step back and realizing like, oh, hey, if I didn't eat this as much for the next couple weeks or didn't do this as much for the next couple weeks, I'll be fine. Because you're ever somebody who's like stopped drinking as much, whether that's alcohol or sugary drinks, or maybe you don't order out as much, after a while, their body stops craving these things, but you have to stick to it. I'm ADD, man. If straight anything but a word we use to describe my daily violence don't occur. Well, I don't have anything to say about that rage, but more so on certain habits and different people. The average person that doesn't have ADD or ADHD or, you know, actual thing stopping them from showing restraint or getting, what's the word for it? Doing different things that actually help themselves. You know, for some people, it's just as simple as waking up an hour earlier and doing a workout in the morning, or maybe going to bed a little later at night to stretch properly before you get up. When a lot of people say, like, you hit a certain age, your knees start clicking, and then you start getting old, and then you can't walk as good as you used to, you can't run as good as you used to. All of a sudden, your bones and joints constantly hurt. It's because people don't take care of themselves, man. For most people, it's not specifically just a health issue. It's a motivation issue, a discipline issue. It's just a lack of want, a lack of commitment. I'm not saying, I want to reiterate this again. It's not easy, but it is simple. You ask any person what they need to do to change their life around, a lot of people will be able to give you an answer. Not everybody, of course, but people who just want to simply like do something different. If people want to lose weight, if someone wants to get stronger, if someone wants to get a better job, and you ask them, well, what would it take for you to do this? A lot of people will be able to answer that question and then just turn around and not do it. That's always a big thing there, right? Not everybody can. Not everybody wants to. Some people are complacent with their current circumstances. But nothing changes unless you want it to. It's a very real thing where people say nothing happens unless you want it to, unless you do it. It has to be you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Maybe if you're rich and you have like a huge support system, but most of the time, no one's going to do it for you. You have to be the one to get up and do something different. I've had so many people say like, oh, I want to get in shape, or I want to do this. And I don't mean to just use exercise as an example, but I use it because it's the most familiar one, and it's the one I hear the most. You said you explained the issue of object permanence to your girlfriend the other day to explain why so many people ADD or ADHD don't reach out to friends, family much. It was like watching a light bulb go off. She didn't understand it as behavior until I put a name to it. Now you just need a name for people that aren't the moral pinnacle they appear to be via keyboard when it comes to boycotts and whatnot. Oh, those are frauds. Those are hypocrites. There's a name for it. That's exactly what they are. And most people are hypocritical about something. Like, I've been guilty of it myself, but you know, that's literally what the terms for it are. Because how many people did you see like say, oh, all these businesses support Israel, we're gonna boycott this business and this business and this business, and then how many of them were literally going off and then supporting those? Ain't nice to turn to get people to admit to being one. Oof. I don't know, Rage. You don't really seem like the sugarcoating type to me. That might be a challenge. But what's the word for it? I guess one thing that might help is if you look up a few synonyms. Let me actually switch my screen here, boot up this game so we can actually get some Ghost of Yotei gameplay going. We got caught up in talking about all the wrong things. I see, apparently. Hold on, am I no longer listening to this? Hold on. Parasocial synthetic support person. That's a way too complicated of a term. Keep in mind, what is it? 40 to 60% of the country are functionally illiterate. Where's my sound? Can I find what I'm looking for? Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm just trying to find the sound option so I make sure this works. So when you watch some of the videos of people doing wild online and think that these people vote, and then you also try to think about the average intelligence and that the value that leaves to those below, the world gets scared. Yeah. There are people who voted for, you know, our Cheeto in chief because he apparently had good vibes. It's crazy. Okay, device properties. It's so crazy to me. It's weird being in a generation where we've had access to more technology than ever, but there's so many people who just don't want to use it. So crazy. Okay. All right.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, somebody left their MAGA hats at home. Oh no. I haven't seen that one. You have to send that one to me, Rage. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, yeah, I need to get to this screen again. That's what I was missing. Okay. Jesus, I don't know why this took me so long to find. Properties. There it is. Sorry for that, y'all. I just had to make sure that worked so you guys would be able to hear what I was actually doing. Now I can actually switch over. All right, let me close this. Published numbers of people on his systems are vastly greater within his supporters. That's wild voodoo to do such much damage to your own base and still get loved on by them. Yeah, there's... Not to mention he said how much he loves dumb people and people who are uneducated. Not to mention the whole thing where people think the Affordable Care Act is Obamacare, which is why branding and marketing are so important. There's a study that was done where so many people are all for voting against their own interests that they believe the people they don't like won't get assistance or help. It's crazy, man. Actually, let me just camp real quick just to restore the spirit.
Hello.
So I always tell people, even if you don't like politics, at the very least stay knowledgeable about them. Because even not being political is a political stance. Want a major melee perk?
You look weary. You should stop by the hot spring nearby.
Oh, she told us about a hot spring nearby.
Stay away from Saito and his men.
Oh, let me change the category.
Come of it.
Okay. Yeah, very weird activity going on in the in politics just in general and recently. Alright, let's go slay the Yotei 6.
Suzuki, right.
Well, the Yotei 3, because we're about halfway through the Yotei 6. He's a samurai. I'd imagine we're just gonna go around this, right? Oops. Can I actually just travel to one of these? I think we'll have an easier time going from here to there. Yeah. Working in the health insurance industry when all that was going on, you supported it and had several coworkers get mad at you and say, like, what, you hate having a job? If it means saving lives, I think I could find a different job. Yeah, I'm more than halfway through the game. So if you don't want, if anybody doesn't want spoilers, just a heads up. We have 3 members of the Yotei 6 left. Oh yeah, then all of this is about to be spoiler territory for you then. Yeah, he was the last one I actually killed. Yeah, it's a lot better here than in Tsushima. Just because of the way they're naturally woven into and integrated into the actual gameplay. Like that, I could go and get sidetracked and just end up doing that. Whatever she had for me. And then always collecting these materials or fishing or doing whatever I want. Like these Ronin randomly popping up that I'm just gonna keep riding past. I got places to be. We're also playing on lethal mode too, so. Okay, so we're just going past up here. Yeah, it for sure has been dope. There's some stuff I have to keep skipping just because I know I'm gonna end up doing it and getting sidetracked. But I'm just gonna do all that off stream. Then move on to the next game. Probably gonna be playing Ninja Gaiden after this. Oh, is this bamboo?
Fox, you want to impress the Yotei 6? Cut it down, or make room for someone who can.
I'll do this because we'll get stat bonus from it.
Better hurry before someone else takes your spot. The Yotei 6 are accepting fresh blood. I'm recruiting a band of warriors to impress them and get on their payroll.
Your friend won't impress them. Looks like that Matt's going to give him a black eye.
You interested in joining? Cut through the mat and we'll talk.
You'd offer the job to a woman?
I heard Lord Saito sees potential in all. Besides, you've had your chance. What do you say?
That bundle of twigs might as well be paper.
I like you already. Cut through it, if you can.
I wonder if the prompt for these are gonna be any different. Or are we just gonna...
Cut through the mat.
Oops, wrong weapon.
Impressive. You're hired.
Wait. Didn't they say a woman killed the snake?
That's the rumor. But what are the odds this woman is? Hey, you do look like the one on the poster.
Oh, they tricked me.
Coin for your head.
A pity none for yours.
That's just how easy it can be, huh?
Knee is no more. You've made a lot of... Wait! Spare me!
Start talking.
The Yotei 6's leader. His name is Saito.
We knew that already.
Knows that. Give me something more.
That's all I know. Honest. I was just hoping to impress him.
That was never going to happen. Now run before I change my mind.
We gotta get rid of this guy. Can't end his suffering. What if I just... It was for the best. I love the way these flowers also come up in the air too. It's really nice. It's a crazy detail. That marked on my map. I just want to get close enough so this marks on my map and then I want to leave.
And Saito banners.
Cool. Gotta get all the bamboo that we can. I think we're supposed to go to the left here now. I wonder if the brothers are gonna split and we're gonna have to kill them separately, or if we're gonna fight them both at the same time. I don't know if they fully like each other all that much. I know they respect their dad, but I don't know if they respect each other.
The Saito brothers deserve to be creamed in half. That is the way of the Odachi.
Yes, Master Yoshida.
Can I help you? I am Master Yoshida, but I'm not accepting any more students.
Too busy chasing down the Saito brothers?
I see we have something in common. You are the Onryo hunting them.
You've heard of me.
Those names on your sash. It's a bold woman who wears her enemies around her waist.
And it's a bold warrior who carries a giant sword on his back. Or a foolish one.
We are both fools if we're at war with the Yotei 6.
What did the Saito brothers do to you?
That requires trust. Something only my best students earn.
Then teach me the way of the Odachi. How hard can it be?
That depends on if you can lift it.
Gotta imagine that thing's not light in the slightest. The giant hunk of metal.
Why teach the Odachi?
Anyone can wield a katana, but a blade the size of a man?
Makes it slow, dull.
Only in the wrong hands. Here, try and pick it up.
I see stuff to pick up. I have to keep stopping myself from running off.
Ooh,
Well,
it's very large.
come with me. With proper training, even the largest enemies will beg for mercy.
Our new student thinks she can best Master Yoshida.
Your Dachi weighs more than she does. She will not last the day.
It's crazy because that's how fast exactly rumors spread.
Does the Onryo have a name?
Atsu.
Ready your Odachi, Atsu. We will begin with blocking, to help you become comfortable with the Odachi's weight. A fine block. As firm as the mountain. Blocking is about control. But to attack with the Odachi, you must floor with its weight. Swing at me, light and fast. Your muscles are learning. Impressive. Now, break my guard with a heavy strike.
Oh.
You are a force. Not bad. You're still standing.
So are you. Men who come at me usually wind up dead.
Maybe someday. Now, the real fun begins. Atsumae! You dare our guest? Who wants to challenge her? Or are you content to just talk?
I'll teach her a lesson.
Crazy.
Please, we yield.
Who's next?
You're a quick study, Atsu. Your swing is more confident. Unlike some of you, who fight like my blind grandmother.
Master!
Our scouts have returned.
Master Yoshida! The dragon and the spider's men have a camp up the ridge.
So close? They won't sit idle for long.
There's a group on their way now.
Let them come and meet our braids.
Matsumae, at attention! The enemy draws near!
Let me grab this loot. They won't need it.
Atsu, a moment.
Saito's sons are coming here?
Unlikely. So far, they've only sent soldiers. You should wait in the rear. This is too much for your first day.
My first day? I fought at Sekigahara.
All right, if you're so eager. But you must remember, the Odachi is most effective against larger opponents. But you should always face a katana with your own. Show me what weapon to draw when fighting a swordsman.
You know, after like the first 2 times, I didn't think they were gonna make us do this again.
If your enemy stands a head taller than you, yes, the power of your Odachi will overwhelm them. Saito's men are here.
Master Yoshida! The spider and the dragon demand blood for the humiliation they have suffered because of you.
If their pride was so wounded, they should have come themselves.
Use your odachi!
Why are we waiting, Master?
Patience.
Oh my goodness.
This trial alone.
Oh my god.
Odachi! I know this woman! She's the Onryo!
I want to grab this bomb. Actually, we can just do this. No.
It's some kind of monster! Where fought?
Nice.
Hear your praise! Victory is...
It actually cleaned them up pretty easily. I thought the AI was really just gonna sit there and make me do most of the work. They did not.
Wasn't sure you were going to survive.
There are plenty of dead men in Ezel who underestimated me.
And I thought I was the cocky one.
You still are. I let my blade do the talking.
Your blade needs more training.
There's no time. Your scout said the Saito brothers have men camped just up the ridge.
My students need to rest.
But does their master need a nap?
Let's go. Atsu and I will head off Saito's men. Protect our home and the way of the Odachi.
We won't fail you, Master Yoshida.
This way, Atsu.
I'd imagine they're gonna get gunned down while we go help them.
How's that Odachi feel now?
I almost forgot I was carrying it.
Tell me, what drives you to hunt the Yotei 6 all on your own?
Everyone else was taking too long. What about you? How does a young Odachi master get stuck teaching?
Who else but the best to pass along their knowledge?
There's more to it than that.
And you just decided to track Saito's men for sport?
I enjoy traveling.
Just as I love teaching.
We could lie to each other all day.
Makes for pleasant conversation.
I prefer no conversation.
Then I suppose I'll have to feel the silence. Would you like to hear the complete history of Clan Matsumae? Or perhaps a song? No, poetry. We masters are supposed to love that. Odachi, my love. No weapon more glorious.
Stop.
This is funny dialogue.
Quietly. Saito's men ahead.
Some with muskets.
Oh?
Falling behind, so pick up the pace!
Is there somewhere to hide? I don't think there is. I just want to see how these perform in water.
It's Master Yoshida!
Good chance to put your lessons to use.
Try to keep up.
Oops. How about that? That's not who I wanted to hit. Cool.
Really hurt?
Oh, she shot me.
Let's keep going. Help me up the ledge.
Hurry.
I see why they call you the Onryo.
Superstition.
Or it's the anger in your swing.
Look out!
Find the lever!
No, we put the pressure on them. Make them fight.
Oh, that hit directly on top of me. Okay. Ooh, almost got hit right there. I was afraid he was gonna let that go.
Quickly, we need to get through that gate.
Oh, I don't have any sake. Unfortunate.
Do you always charge head first into hear fire like that?
Gets the job done.
Gets your face blown off.
Then I'll wear a mask.
Like our friends, the Saito brothers.
Back at the dojo, one of their soldiers said you humiliated them?
They deserve far worse. Careful. I hear movement at the top of the cliff. Wait. More of Saito's outlaws are up ahead. Time for your next lesson.
Now?
The best lessons come when death is near. Use the Odachi's size to your advantage. While in a defensive stance, knock your opponent off balance. Then come in with a follow-up attack.
Got it. Block, knockback, and attack.
Don't forget it. I'd miss our pleasant conversation. Now, draw your Odachi. Do not put it away until you have mastered this technique. Saito dogs! Your attack on my home failed!
Your masters won't be pleased!
For the dragon! For the spider!
Oh, you can block while doing that, huh?
That's it, Natsu!
You can join in anytime.
Nice.
One of them! Sliding down from above! I'm well aware. This is going to hurt!
You're right. Oh, you know what? We both swung at the same time, unfortunately. Ooh. Wait, why am I still using the...
One of them! Sliding down from above! Lord Saito will pay me well.
They ain't collecting that money.
We're not done yet. Come on.
Block, knockback, and attack. Simple, but efficient.
My students tend to be simple enough. So are the rest.
Could have definitely used these.
Help me up here.
Any lessons for this, great master?
Yes, always be the first one up. Bears run fast.
Why does Clan Saito have it out for you?
I stole the dragon's lover.
She must have been a beautiful woman.
The truth would ruin our present conversation. As I suspect, would your own secrets?
It's a burden I've been carrying.
Oh, is this over, man?
One the Odachi can lighten.
Maybe.
When this threat has passed.
That's what I assume for the time period. If he wants to keep it secret so badly.
Take cover!
No time for a lesson. We're easy targets sitting still. Move! Keep going! Don't stop! Close the distance!
There they are! Take them together!
Upon your head!
Do not kill me!
Hear my weapon! This is the land where mercy comes to die!
That's a hard quote.
You perish today knowing you have met the master of your death!
Oh. He just ignored that. It's crazy. Why is she swinging over there?
It's over.
Nothing a giant sword couldn't solve.
Don't forget rushing into Bohia fire.
Keeps them on their toes.
I think mine were blown off.
So how about you tell me why the dragon and spider want you dead?
It's not a story I enjoy telling. But you may be the one to set it right. Lord Saito has two sons. The dragon, the eager to please firstborn, desperate to prove his worth. And the spider, a craven drunk, whose decadence is outweighed only by his cruelty. It was my duty to hunt them down. Clan Matsumaya pursued the Saito brothers for a year. I could not wait for the day we would back them into a corner. Then that day came, and we walked into a storm of gunfire. 100 Matsumaya fell to 40 muskets.
Oh, jeez.
Massacre orchestrated by Lord Saito's sons. When the smoke cleared, the spider prowled the battlefield, executing the wounded samurai. I held my breath and waited for the bullet that would end my life. I felt the spider's shadow fall over me. As he raised his pistol, I swung my odachi and nearly cut him in two. As
he survived?
Screamed in agony, I ran for my life, and the dragon's bullets followed. One hit me in my leg. I didn't notice until later when the Matsumaya healer pulled it out and told me the spider survived. The dragon refused to leave his brother's side until he recovered. They had won the battle, but such a wound was considered a humiliation. Lord Saito judged his sons harshly, and in turn, the spider and the dragon have dedicated themselves to my ruin. I had hoped Lord Matsumaya would demand I go into exile for such failure. Instead, he asked me to teach.
So you came here?
By his orders. He knew Clan Saito would remain our sworn enemy. Who better to train Matsumaya how to fight them than one who had faced them?
And suffered greatly at their hand. The Yotei 6 murdered my family. I spent 16 years fighting in the South. I came home for revenge. And to find peace.
Both elusive goals.
I have 6 names on a list. Every one of them a killer. I'm working my way down.
Perhaps you can strike a blow I no longer can. Last I heard, the Dragon and Spider were trading with the Russians in the north. At their father's bidding.
Thank you for your lessons. And the pleasant conversation.
I wonder what unpleasant would be like with you.
Ask the Yotei 6.
Nice.
The Dragon and the Spider may be out of reach, but you can still hurt Lord Saito.
How?
By disrupting his operations in Tokachi Range. I can provide you with a list of targets.
Why don't we hit them together?
As much as I enjoy charging bohias with you, my place is here. You're the one I've been waiting for, Atsu. An unstoppable force of nature, delivering retribution to Clan Saito for all their sins.
I do what I can.
You can finish the hunt, I cannot. Destroy, destabilize, dismantle. Make Saito's life miserable. And
those are guerrilla tactics.
With pleasant conversation?
That's always free. Along with more training. And the coin. A worthy blade deserves a worthy reward. These are the targets.
I'll see what I can do.
And let your enemies know. The master has taught you.
It's Yoshida, right?
I will miss our present conversation, Atsu. Once you're finished, return for more training. The Odachi still has its secrets. Good luck, Atsu.
All right.
We have to stop Saito soon.
Is that what we have to do next? Or do we actually have to go back and do these first?
Find me, boy.
Let me see if there's anything I can upgrade. Not really, no. Guess I'll go back with this.
Let's go.
Ooh, that's not a good idea.
Faster, Mochizuki.
We're headed this way. Okay. Alright, they asked me to open the spyglass for a reason. What's near me? Wait, what? Oh! This wouldn't have happened if I didn't stop.
I don't believe it! The ghost!
All right. That was nice the wolf came to help me. That was wild. They just kind of came out of nowhere. Just said open the spyglass. I'm looking for what they're trying to get me to look at. Oh, I wonder. Nice. Got it. All right. This is not my horse. Oh, was there like a wolf that was trapped here nearby or something? I'm just gonna open this. Yeah, okay. Nothing's actually in here. Ooh. I guess this is where they were camping at. That's crazy. Goes. Trying to get this marked on my map.
Come on, Mochizuki.
That's a bear. That's funny she still says that even though this isn't our horse.
Dozen samurai and they still won't let me in. Speak the words. I'm going to Ishikari Plain. The Oni isn't so picky.
Oh, he's dead, so.
Turn us away. We spent every last coin to get here.
You there. Speak the words.
A tiger forced up the mountain still bears teeth and will return twice as strong.
Well said. You may approach.
It's that easy?
Clan Saito welcomes you, recruit. Are you from Ezo or the mainland?
Born in Ezo, Forged in the south.
Ah, you're a woman.
Is that a problem?
Lord Saito has a place for all.
Yeah, what's up, Jay?
For the north. So long as you are loyal. And you're in luck. He has come to personally oversee our efforts.
Saito is here?
Wait. I know your face. You are the one they call the Onryo. You murdered the snake.
Come on!
Ready yourself.
It's crazy, like he didn't recognize me immediately at first glance.
If I move quietly, I can ambush Saito. Stick to the grass. Stay out of sight.
I'd imagine this is gonna go as well as the day when we tried to assassinate the Oni. Hopefully we're not gonna get choked up and thrown out of a window again.
When will we move against Clan Matsumai?
When Lord Saito needs us ready. Are you so eager for battle?
I am eager for redemption, for a second chance at victory.
It will come. Once blood begins to flow, it won't stop until Lord Saito is named Shogun.
Have to resist all my looting urges. I just want everything. Let's go back and get a few things. Yo, Jay, thank you so much for the sub, bro. Appreciate that. 28 months in a row, Jesus. Means a lot. Thank you so much. It's crazy how time flies, man. That's kind of crazy to not hear that. These are the worst guards ever. I need some tall grass. Oh, yep, he's up there for sure.
I found you. He's out of range. I need to follow. Get close. A crack in the walls. I can climb up the cliffside from there.
I didn't necessarily have to do that, but I had to.
J.Deep says you mean a lot to me, you handsome fucker. I've B-subbed to you longer than I've been in relationships, lol. But speaking of subs, how about we take that girthy 12 inches with the white sauce and slab of meat and let me take that thing down? Just debating on if I want to do it all in one go or in increments. Because your boy is starving for some.
Hey, yo. Increments is crazy. I've been so too long and I've been in relationships. They got me.
When Matsumae and the Shogun have forsaken the little,
No, that's what caught me off guard.
Lord Saito has fitted you with armor.
That's crazy. They didn't hear that.
I will enjoy being a samurai more. Look at Lord Saito. He lost everything. His clan, his title, his home. Only to rebuild himself to become Shogun of the North. And he's bringing us with him.
On one hand, I do feel for them because these are men who are following a lord and a leader who have no idea what some of the horrible stuff he's done to get to where he's at. Which is what I imagine a lot of people who are following Griffith and Berserk feel like. Crawl through here. Luckily we have a snatched waist so we're able to fit in these small spaces.
They have muskets. Make an example. Bastard.
Should we expect the dragon in the fight? They have other responsibilities. My sons are finally home, and yet I never see them. Do you have a son? I have not been blessed, my lord. You have not been cursed.
He's headed to the keep. These aren't raw recruits. I should be careful.
Ooh, my apologies. It's so satisfying to hit. Alright, we don't have to kill everybody. We could, but we do not have to.
I wish I could train with the sword.
Why? Lord Saito's own sons are skilled marksmen. They know guns are the future and have entrusted this responsibility.
I ever heard the samurai say the musket is a soulless weapon.
That sounds like something a samurai would say. They hope they won't notice that's missing.
What do you mean? They still haven't found her? Maybe she is a ghost. Don't. I know she's only a woman. But more and more of the men are falling victim to superstition. Most of them are still no better than peasants. We must train it out of them.
Swing. I was robbed. I was absolutely robbed. Okay. I don't know why it kept taking me to the side like that. Imagine that's where it all ended. After 16 years of preparing for revenge, and you just miss a jump and die.
Lord, the female Ashigaru. I'm not sure the present sense of our enemies say that the shogun in the north needs women to fight his battles for him.
A woman killed 3 of the Yotei 6. A feat that should have been impossible. I do not what? I am looking for passion, for loyalty.
But to call some of these peasants samurai is an insult.
To who?
You? To all of us, my lord.
Bodies are bodies. We have a war to
Like through that, some of the dialogue here, we're seeing some of the bigger politics at play. He can't afford to be picky and choosy on who he wants to fight with.
My lord, after the deaths of the Oni and the Kitsune, it's only a matter of time before this Onryo targets you and your sons.
The woman has proven to be more than an annoyance. But she is not the greatest threat to Clan Saito.
Clearly, we're not going to succeed in trying to kill him.
The sooner she does, the sooner I can show Ezo how human she really is.
Are they going to force us to do this? Like, she's really going to take the shot, huh? That's crazy. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can see where this is gonna go, but I guess since we'll have to do it. What did she think was gonna happen?
Wait. Impossible. The swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way I survived every battle. The thought of killing you.
Walk with me.
Well, you don't really have much of a choice.
Life has not been kind to you, has it, little wolf?
Don't call me that.
Tell me, when you were fighting all those battles, did you ever find a lord willing to name you samurai?
You know I didn't.
The shoguns Matsumai don't want warriors like you and me. They want dogs, men who can be trained, made loyal.
You're not different. Only instead of honor, you promise people freedom. to keep their swords, to become samurai. It's all bullshit to make them serve you.
Except the Matsumai would never give a woman a sword. The Shogun would say, a wolf cannot be tamed. He may be right. But I'm still tempted to try. Let's see what you've learned, little wolf.
I'd imagine this is not gonna go well for us. It's Vinland Saga all over again for those who have seen it. Which you haven't seen it, you probably wouldn't get the reference. Oh my god.
Put down that stick. Draw your katana.
That would not be fair to you, and would belittle me as a warrior.
My lord, Grand Matsumai, they breached the gate.
Our time runs short, little wolf.
Oh my god, he just outright killed me, huh? Oh my god. I have to get in mind like what pattern he's doing and how many swings he's gonna do.
Put down that stick. Draw your katana.
That would not be fair to you, and would belittle me as a warrior.
My lord, Grand Matsumai, they breached the gate.
Our time runs short, little wolf.
Oh my goodness.
Your technique is familiar. How is Hanbei?
Alive.
Running like a cow.
Oh well. Figured something like that would end the duel for sure. No way we're not gonna kill him here. I think somebody just got knocked out.
Hold on, I've got you. Rest. Your lungs are filled with smoke.
Hanbei? Where is Saito?
Gone. He cut through more than a dozen Matsumai to escape.
How did the samurai even know he was here?
I told them.
I thought I was helping you.
He'll be more careful now. I'll have to draw him out.
Or you could live your life, Atsu. Stop chasing death.
So long as the Yotei 6 breathe, my family will never know peace.
Dying will not bring them peace either. I hope you find what you are looking for.
All right.
I was so close.
Okay. A lot of different helmets in here. All right, so what's the next mission? I was gonna say, there's no way they're in her house, right? That would've been crazy.
Let's go home, boy. Someone's here.
It makes sense somebody would actually turn up here.
Hey. You came home.
I should have been here to help you bury them.
You're here now. I thought you died that night. Where's Mother? Where's Mother?
Jeez.
She's with Father now. It's okay.
Save the tears.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, all of this screaming is giving me a headache. Let's get it over with.
Oh.
Oh, what a brave brother you had.
Jimmy.
That's crazy.
He dragged me back here.
Point blank with a flintlock?
Stabbed me to this.
Crazy.
Then the Oni set it on fire.
and an Onryo was born. I've never talked to anyone about that night. But we should.
If not for ourselves, then for Mother and Father.
Walk with me. Father's forge. He died where he was most alive.
After I cut the Oni's face, I remember, for the briefest moment, thinking we were safe.
But the nightmare had only just begun. The tree survived the fire.
After they separated us, Saito made me watch as he hung Mother from that branch. I like to think her spirit protected the tree somehow.
I was so scared. I ran away.
I ran too, with Mother gone. I broke away from the kitsune.
It's a miracle we found each other. I've had so many nightmares about this place.
Crazy view they had.
Even now, I remember the dragon and spider hunting us down.
This is where he fell from?
The way you fell.
We can't let them win, Atsu.
Yeah, I would have thought he was dead too.
Our house was always full of laughter.
Strange for something to be so familiar. And yet unrecognizable. Is that?
Mother's Zeni Hajiki board. You want to play?
As long as you don't mind losing. You start. I insist.
Giving up the advantage.
I don't want to hear any excuses when I win.
Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting it's that small of a tap.
Never thought about it before, but Zeni Hajiki is for gamblers, not mothers and children.
She learned the winter we were born. They needed money, and the local gambling den thought a proper lady like her would be harmless.
They were wrong.
She cleared them out.
Literally just can't do it due to the type of triggers I have. It does not matter how lightly I press it. That's crazy.
Have you ever thought about having a family?
The path I'm on has no place for a child.
And when that path ends?
I don't know.
Atsu, there's something I've been meaning to tell you.
I didn't expect you to have company.
Whoa.
Oyuki, a friend. This is Jubei, my brother.
You grew up and became samurai.
I feel I would remember if we've met.
You knew me as the Kitsune.
Is she serious?
We crossed paths in Teshio Ridge. Oyuki helped me cut down the man who replaced her, Saito's spy master.
You invited a member of the Yotei 6 to our home.
She's not with them, not anymore.
You were willing to sacrifice anything. And everyone to kill the Oni. How has this woman, who murdered our parents, earned the Ondio's mercy?
She saved my life.
That's not enough.
Jubei!
You're right. It's not enough. What I have taken from you cannot be given back. But what I can give to you is knowledge. Saito and his sons are gathering forces near the Oshima coast.
They're planning to attack Kasumatsumae. My home.
We'll come with you.
No. It's hard enough for me to defend you to my clan. I will not defend her.
That's fair.
He needs time, Matsu.
It took her a long time to get over the fact that she was there too.
He has until we reach the Oshima coast.
I'd imagine this is either going to be a really long chapter or a really short chapter. One of the two.
There's a Matsumai checkpoint guarding the Oshima coast. I'll ride ahead to secure us travel permits, once my horse is rested. Before I was sent to Teshio Ridge, I used to ride by here. I thought of leaving flowers, but I couldn't bring myself to step inside.
This was Jubei's first time back, too.
If I'd known who he was, I would have waited.
It's fine. I should have told him sooner. It's just hard. Being here with him. And you.
Do you know what I remember most from that night? Your mother's courage. Even with a noose around her neck, she thought only of you.
When food was scarce, she'd go hungry so the rest of us could eat. Claimed she ate her fill while cooking. But I watched her. I knew the truth.
That she loved you.
I'll see you on the Oshima coast.
Oh god. Oops. Right, we have to walk out first. Oh, we could literally just fast travel. So it's a whole new region? I'll have to track it. We'll see a little bit what this looks like before we go.
Oyuki, what happened?
Saito must have launched his offensive. I only just arrived.
Help me get that gate open. Quick! Any sign of Jubei?
None.
Who did this?
They came out of nowhere.
Who?
I imagine his sons came in.
And the spider.
Just started raining gunfire. Those masks are horrifying.
Damn it. Guns down by the Saito brothers.
Their father has been planning this for years. Full-scale assault against the Matsumai seat of power.
We need to find Jubei.
Jesus, they hung and burnt people already?
She is dead. They came through here. Saito's sons.
That's crazy.
Than I expected.
I expected this from the Oni, not them.
Lord Kitamori! Jubei!
Atsu!
There he is. Jubei.
You made it. Did you run into any trouble?
Only bodies.
These people were innocent. Gunned down with no one to defend them.
You should prepare yourself. The spider and the dragon will wipe out whole villages to please their father.
Spoken from experience, Kitsune.
I told you. I will put things right for what I did to your family.
Oyuki is on our side, Jubei. You can trust her.
Just help me kill those two bastards. My men are waiting ahead. Let's go.
The dragon and spider wield firearms. We may be riding into a storm of gunfire.
Probably.
Spend more civilians. These men are samurai. They will not be defeated by the rabble Saito calls an army. Matsumai! We ride! The dragon and spider will pay for this!
Ride with you, Lord Kitamori!
I'm not gonna press the issue. I think forcing this man to push past his pain relatively quickly isn't fair to him. I don't really think it'll have any impact on the actual story, but who knows?
Impossible!
Oh, they got here quick.
More soldiers will be landing.
It's a full-scale invasion. We have to stop them. Men, the war is upon us. Our homes burn. Our families scatter. Their blood stains the land. But it will be our blades that turn the tide. Charge!
Ooh. This is not gonna end well.
Shield gunners!
This reminds me of an older Jet Li movie. I remember they had to convince thousands of people in their army to actually run forward in the gunfire to buy them enough time for the rest of the army to catch up. Crazy movie. Oh, y'all have unblockables too? That's illegal. Not dead. Crazy. Gun parts need those. Oops.
Every minute counts. Come on. Up that hill.
Gotta make sure I don't let this loot go to waste. We're gonna need that for later. I remember the trailers. We get a gun eventually.
More shield gunners!
Find cover! Wait until they're reloading! Then strike!
Oh, you know. Ooh. That's what I was looking for. That hit that samurai in the back. That's crazy.
Need a better
That's crazy how fast they like set up a defensive perimeter too around these gunners. That's very smart. I think they understand the main advantage they have is the guns. Oh. Dang it, I'm gonna lose the spear. Or maybe not. Oh, nice stand corrected.
Oh, you're too late. The spider and dragon have already won.
Clan Matsumai will not accept defeat so easily. Atsu, you fought at Sekigahara. What's our move?
The gate's fallen. They broke through.
Any sign of the spider or dragon?
None. Most of the dead are Matsumai. Whatever we do, we won't have backup.
We expected an attack, but not here. Not on this scale.
Enemy soldiers are splitting up. Some will hold this position. Others are charging ahead.
Toward Matsumai Castle. We need to get through that gate. Quickly!
Leaving now would be suicide.
Enough! I don't need advice from a member of the Yotei 6!
Chubei, this isn't like you. You're being impatient. Reckless.
I'm being decisive. That's how we brought down the Oni.
We worked together to defeat him. Remember?
Please, Atsu. Trust me.
Then trust me enough to explain what's going on.
I have family on the other side of that gate.
Family? What do you mean?
Someone very close to me. If any harm comes to them.
I won't let that happen. I swear it.
Our best chance is to wait until the sun goes down. We can use the cover of night to reach the gate.
Thank you.
Oh, thank goodness for not making us wait.
Let's reach that gate.
All right.
What happened to the martial reinforcements? I'm in no mood to talk.
We are just tearing through them. This reminds me of Spartacus. Really good show if anybody hasn't seen it. Sorry, you gotta go. Oh. Step through here.
Did it cost Saito?
Careful.
I was hoping somebody was gonna be in here. Might as well rob him over here, right? Oh, he's fat shaming me. Oh.
Lord Saito has demanded your head.
I didn't even realize nobody else saw me.
She's a ghost.
You're sorry, Gamma.
I will deliver it.
This is crazy. You didn't tell me that everybody just forgets we're here. That is cool. Same, but Tosai really is nice. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you popping in. Didn't even realize how much of that was just me thinking that we were all spotted, us not being spotted, walking in, murdering a larger group of people. Whoa, unblockables. No witnesses, I'm sorry. Now we can loot in peace. A lot. If you're thinking I'm doing this just for the loot, you're absolutely right. I think that's everybody. I believe that's everyone. We cleaned them out quick. Nice.
Killed the snake in front of a whole village.
I did. You're next. We hope this reaches him. Nope. Waited too long to throw it. Oh, she got mauled.
With me.
Yo, appreciate that, Boom. Thank you so much. Just been getting more and more time to actually do an edit here and there, so that's been nice.
You have no choice. Obey or you will die.
Please! We are just farmers!
Your Matsumai are dead. Swear your allegiance to Lord Saito or share their fate.
Take that musket and go up top. Cover me.
Jubei, you're sure?
If I don't go out there, they'll kill the hostages. Be ready.
Oh. This is what I've been waiting for.
You, pledge your loyalty to Lord Saito.
Dang, Jubei is taking his time.
Execution by musket? That girl is next.
They fight dirty. So can you.
Stop!
Who are you?
Killing these people won't help. They're just farmers.
That's it, Jubei. Keep them distracted.
Maybe we'll kill you.
Horses. They could cause a distraction.
We just need to spook them.
Gunpowder. That will do the trick.
Tell us about the Matsumai defense. How many men defend the castle?
I'm staying up here. Oh, that's pretty accurate. This is nice. Let me help out Jubei, I guess. Whoops, shot the wrong person. He'll forgive me. I'll say somebody else did it. There we go.
Kiko! It's safe. Are you hurt?
He did say family. I assumed he started one of his own. I thought we'd see his wife.
They killed him.
Listen to me. You are safe now. I'm here.
Who are they?
I'm Atsu.
She's my sister.
I have an aunt?
The excitement.
Yes.
And you can fight.
I can handle a blade.
I hope you killed that bastard who murdered the farmer.
Kika.
What?
Yeah, she family.
And he's dead now.
How come you never told me you had a sister?
Maybe it's best we get moving.
Yes. Yes. Let's get you home and cleaned up.
Yo, thank you so much for welcome to the pen art. Oh my god. I didn't even get a chance to fully see the name.
This way.
My apologies, but thank you so much. I don't want to butcher it either. Maybe I should replace that notification with a longer one. My apologies. I have to remember it was on the Twitch or YouTube side of things as well.
Why didn't you tell me?
I wasn't sure how.
So you hid her from me.
Because she's not ready for your world.
What other world is there?
This world. Oshima Coast. Not much happens here. Until today.
I'm sorry. Children should never have to see such violence.
Kiku, this is Oyuki. She's
an ally.
To some.
Them trying to navigate through this awkwardness is hilarious. Oh, the sakura tree is nice. Oh, it's a whole field of sakura trees.
Good. Matsumaya Castle still stands.
It won't last long. Saito planned for this. He sent his sons to strangle the Matsumai. Their army will overrun the coast. The siege will last months.
What's going to happen?
Oyuki underestimates Clan Matsumai. We will rally. Now we have to go, Kiku. We'll be safe inside the castle.
Oyuki and I will scout around.
I'll post a guard in town. He'll know where to find me.
Be safe.
There will be no end to Saito's forces.
It's the Southern Wars all over again. Thousands dying for the mistakes of their leaders. If only
oh my.
The dragon and spider. And end this all with my own blade.
That sounds like the Onryo talking.
It's good strategy, nothing more.
Just remember, Onryo are a myth. You are still flesh and blood.
Only for as long as it takes to kill them.
Tell that to Jubei and your niece.
Let's get a lay of the land. Nice day.
What do you see?
There's Matsumae Castle.
Safe for the moment. But Saito's sons won't stop until its walls crumble.
I see the town. Looks like it's in danger.
Benten Port. Its residents are likely retreating to the castle.
Oh, yep.
And then the spider could be anywhere.
Check on your brother and niece, Atsu. There's also a man, Matchlock Murata, who can make you a pistol.
That's where we'll go next.
Him at the headwaters of the Karatsu River.
And you?
I have contacts everywhere. I'll turn over some rocks and find Saito's sons.
Stay safe, Oyuki.
Oh man. Well, that's what we'll do next time we end up playing. That being said, let me actually switch things over here. I don't know why the notification for that never pops up. But I wanted to say thank you guys so much for showing up, hanging out, spending this time with me, coming through. Appreciate that, Jay. It means a lot. But appreciate you, Jay, Boom, Dre, Vitosai, Nia. I also saw Rage, Morty, Electrifying One, Wolf. Appreciate all you guys coming through. TT. Let me see if there's anyone else I missed. Those we have on the YouTube side of things as well. Dana for the raid earlier. And yeah, those who came in with Dana. Let me actually make sure I thank you guys as well, because Daniela and the Weird Black Hippie did end up following us from that, so that was cool. Let me see. I believe that's everyone. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Remember to check in on your friends. If you're, what's the word for it? Someone who does suffer from seasonal depression, I do hope that things indeed get better for you. I do hope that you're able to, what's the word for it? Get through the season. And that your friends are checking in on you, because you matter just as much as they do. It's the holidays. It's not always the best time for some. But I hope all you guys end up enjoying the rest of your week and enjoying the rest of your day. I'll see you guys Wednesday. I need to see who we're going to be raiding today. But if you're on YouTube, you definitely want to stick around for the outro. If you're on Twitch, you want to stick around for the raid. Apparently you can raid on YouTube too. I'm not entirely sure how to do it yet, which is why I don't necessarily raid people on YouTube. Streaming is so different over there. If they made it a little more understandable, well, then again, I got to do some research into that as well. See how to best go about that. But I guess we're going to be raiding T. She's live currently playing some Fortnite, which they had just a big update recently. So if y'all could go through, show her some love. Ned Flanders is out there catching bodies. He's already killed more than 33,000 people. Don't mistake that man's kindness for weakness. He is a deadly unit and seems to be able to take care of himself. That all being said, we have the first raid message for everybody sub to the channel, and the second one for everybody that isn't. Over 40k last time I checked. Yeah, the numbers been going up. He's dropping Volt Chamberlain levels and numbers. That all being said, I'll see you guys Wednesday. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and or night. You're all wonderful people. And please take care of yourselves. It'd be sad to hear something happen to one of you. I mean, knock on wood so it doesn't. Anyways, y'all take it easy, man.